Hello, this is Death Rider, and welcome back to another War Highlights video. I actually don't know if highlights is the right word to put on it, because I do show attacks that didn't really go so well for explanations, but whatever. Anyway, let's just jump right in. This one will be about our war against this Clan Velocity. It was a lot like BD Devils, where they just kind of didn't really do anything, and their number one just attacked as low as he could have, pretty much, and bailed. A lot of their people bailed, unfortunately. But lucky for us, we did destroy them. We did 3-star almost everyone except for their bottom 3, which kind of annoyed me a little bit, but whatever. Anyway, I have 4 replays for this video, one being a defense on our number 9. So let's jump right into that. So right out the gate, I can tell you he did a pretty good job of funneling. He's running a go wee wee again. It's not really go wee wee, it's just golems witches. He spreads out his golems pretty well. He takes this entire lower left side of the base. His witches do a pretty good job of funneling, but there is something that he kind of messed up on. He should have had some wall breakers with him. Now that was a good jump spell. He did manage to get the maximum effectiveness out of that. Well, he could have put his jump spell on the elixir collector so he can get... He could have placed his jump in a way where he could have gotten in here, in here, in here, in here, and in here. He did the second best. He got into these 4, but unfortunately, where does that leave him? That leaves him at, like, in terms of how deep into the enemy base, he's only in this far. If he had wall breakers to break through, say, this wall, or like this wall, then he could have placed a jump here, and then he's into the core. He does have 2 jumps, so he does utilize it a little bit well. Actually, no, now that I think about it, his second jump is kind of bad, but this initial jump was pretty good. He definitely knew the radius of his jump. He didn't really think that he could have gotten in there, maybe, or wasn't thinking about it, but it is admirable that he didn't put it like right here or something. So there goes the enemy clan castle. E-Drags. His second jump doesn't really make too much sense. This attack could have gone a lot better. It was good that he had his queen right in there to deal with that Electro Dragon. Unfortunately, the Electro Dragon took out a lot of his troops. He uses his queen's ability to take out the Electro Dragon. He uses his second jump here. That was a decent heal. He should have dropped his heal like right on that wall, because then it would have nicked the witch and the golems, and when they do eventually jump into the core, they would have continued healing him. Now that was actually a really bad jump. He could have put it on the Dark Elixir Collector, but that actually could be bad, because that could lure his troops out this way, which he doesn't want. Personally, I would have dropped the jump right on the queen's pad, because I would have gotten into this compartment, and this compartment without getting into this compartment. A lot of the times I talk about getting into as many compartments as you can with a jump spell, but sometimes that's not the case, because that could lure your troops astray. Unfortunately, a bunch of his witches did go that way, so he doesn't really have much here in the core. But good for him. Good thing for him, he does have his queen, a rage spell, and 2 golems in front of the queen. Now, see, another thing he could have done with his jump was dropped it right where the king got knocked out, because then his queen could have ran around this way and just jumped right over. Unfortunately, because that didn't happen, she had to choose through that wall. I'm assuming he does, like I said before, I don't usually watch the entirety of these attacks, but what I'm going to guess is he drops his rage on his queen in such a way, yep, there we go, raged up that witch and that queen, and that secures the 2-star, but unfortunately leaves him nothing for the potential of a 3-star. He just, too much of his stuff went to the side. His army was not fully prepared for this base. Like I said, he could have had 3 wall breakers to break through one of these walls, and then he could have dropped a jump there, and then dropped a jump there, and bam, you've already got almost the entire base destroyed. And the rest of this is, I'm assuming, just picking off what he can with what troops he has, getting a few extra percent points, but overall, it was a bit of a rusty attack, but he definitely had an idea of what he was doing, which is good. Alright, so next we have an attack done by Warmonger, our engineered at 11 on their number 3. This is the guy that I mentioned in a previous War Highlights video, where he uses his Wrecker to take out air defense for his dragons, which is a really good strategy. As you can see, he is using lightning on the air defenses, which is good because he's also taken out or he's damaging these other air targeting troops, such as that Expo up there, dropping a couple of dragons. See, now this guy does a job of, well, he does a better job of funneling his dragons, because again, as those of you who use dragons know, you gotta really funnel really well for them, otherwise they end up just, you know, being stupid going around the entire base. Some people just like tap where this dragon is and drag this way, tap and drag, just spam them all in. That is not a good thing to do, because then they all clump up. And Warmonger does a pretty good job of that. As you can see, the Town Hall is here, and he puts his wrecker here, leaving the direct line right through that air defense. So he's able to take out 3 air defense without a single dragon getting hit by one, which is phenomenal. So this dragon died, but it did take out these distracting buildings. I believe he throws the rest of his dragons in towards this area. Yeah, he does. Now, like I said, I don't really like the thought of spamming dragons in, but in this case, it works out fine, because where are these dragons going to go? They're going to go here to one of these two, then they're going to go here, then they're going to go here, and, you know, right towards that Town Hall. He got rid of the distracting. Some might go this way. Again, I don't watch the entirety of these attacks, and lucky for him, he did manage to deal with the enemy clan castle with his heroes and wall wrecker. You know, the troops in his wall wrecker does a good job of that. It's actually kind of funny that the Lava Hound there lures the baby dragon towards the dragon, so it dies pretty quickly. Now, obviously, this guy's Warmonger's a Town Hall 11, so his levels do overpower a Town Hall 10. So the rest of this attack is just your standard cleanup and all that, so I'm going to kind of skip through it. It is actually kind of nice that his dragons did veer off this way and his heroes went this way. It was a nice clean line, like clean sweep of the base. This was an overall really good attack. Obviously, there's things that you could touch up on. As you can see, not many of his dragons died. But overall, a really good attack. Really solid 3-star. I didn't call that a good attack. Alright, now we have an attack done by our Tracer, which... What is our Tracer? Tracer's number 2 here. He attacked number 6. Yeah, so he's still using his Go Valk with Wizards. He has been getting better. I have noticed he is getting better with his funneling. As you can see, he does a really wide funnel with his wizards. He utilizes the fact that this archer tower is out of range to get rid of these outlying defenses, puts a golem in front for these wizards to take those out. There goes his wall wrecker. Now he does do something that I do want to mention that isn't a good idea. So now in this situation, you do have a couple of distracting buildings over here, but dropping Valks where his king is, they should head towards in the base if he dropped them at this point. I don't think he does. He waits a little longer. He waits for that archer tower to be destroyed. Now that's a problem, because now this is going to be destroyed very soon. Now for a Valk that's being deployed where these wizards are, it might see this as the closest thing, which I say that because in this case that's what happens. Now also notice what he's doing. He, without thought, just drops all of his Valks down, hoping that they're going to go in. They do go in because the wizard destroys this, but for those of you who use Go Valk or just Valks or anything in general, if you want to make sure that they're going to go where you want, drop one Valk, because you may notice when you drop a troop, it puts that little target on the building that they're heading towards. You should have dropped one Valk up here, one Valk up here. So, okay, he's targeting that. So then wait. Once that's gone, and drop another Valk. Maybe the target will be here. Okay, perfect. That's where you want him. Then spam him in. You know what I'm saying? Because now, look at this. He's got most of his Valks heading this way. Like I said, they do eventually go in because this gets destroyed. But he got... Like, this is a I'm not going to say he got lucky. This is a situation where he didn't really get punished for it. Because technically, if the wizard didn't destroy that in time, they could have gone this way. And that would not have been good. So, like I said, if you're using an army that would have this kind of situation, drop one or two, get an idea of where your troops are going, and then once you know that they're going to the right place, then get them all spammed in, you know? Okay, so it looks like in the enemy clan castle there was an ice golem, which didn't really... Well, that wasn't an ice golem. I'm not really sure what that was. Oh, wow. I really do not understand that jump. So now the wall wrecker, he is assuming we'll make it to the town hall. But now what I would have done if I were him is, even if whether it did or didn't, you may notice between this wall and this wall it's only 5 tiles because the wizard tower is 3 and there's a 2-tile gap in there. That means if you place a jump right on the lower left end of that wizard tower, you would be able to go from this compartment in here to this one, to this one, to this one, to this one. that would have been a really well used a jump spell. I really don't understand his thought process for why he went there. No offense, dude, but I just don't get it. And see, what he also could have done is waited even longer and then maybe put it over here, you know, or even on that air defense. There's a lot of things he could have done. I don't really know why he put it where he did. He does have his king in front of a bunch of wizards and Valks, and his queen going towards the town hall, and there's no defense over there anyway. He does have his Valks going around on that left side. Overall, it wasn't that bad of an attack, but like I said, wait for your deploy 1 or 2 troops to make sure they go where you're going, or they're going where you want them to go, and try to think really smart about your jump spells. I say jump spells, this applies to any spell, but more specifically to jump spells because that can really affect an attack. Like this cannon and this whole compartment would have been cleaned out a lot faster. There wouldn't be Valks over here. Over here, they would have probably been forced in this way. Remember, jump spells are like traffic arrows. They point your troops saying, okay, the troops will look and see, okay, I can either attack this wall, go all the way around this wall for that building, or use the jump spell to go here. You're giving your troops another option of where they should go. So you're almost kind of like imagine you're guiding a person with a blindfold. You're kind of steering them in the right direction. So like even before you attack, when you're scouting, just look at the base, look at where you're going from. Okay, I'm going from up this way. My wrecker's gonna come down here. It might make it, it might not make it, but either way, I'll probably want to put a jump here or here, because while you still have your heal spells, especially with the Go Valk army, you want to keep your Valks in the heat of fire. You want to take out those defenses as fast as you can, any distracting buildings. So you want to keep your troops going into the base, not where he put it over here, going out of the base when there's still a lot inside the base. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast, but you could always slow down the video speed and all that. But anyway, whatever. We have one more attack done by Gucci Boy Allen, the guy that recently I showed that defense. His attack on number 9. I don't remember too much about this attack, so let's see. He throws down a Hog Rider to lure out the enemy clan castle. This is a Town Hall 9, so the clan castle capacity is 30, so that means all that's in there is that Lava Hound. Okay, so it looked like he was trying to pick off some buildings with the archers. Luckily, he does find a nice little area to take out this Lava Hound. He does drop a poison spell a little bit early, in my opinion, and the reason for that, he's actually dropping his main force here a little bit early also, in my opinion. The reason I say the poison's a little bit early is because the Lava Hound itself is not deadly. What's deadly about the Lava Hound is when the pups come out, and it's not deadly because of the damage. It's well, it actually can be, but it's more deadly with the fact that it distracts your troops for so long, and it delays when you can get your attack off. So what I would have done is waited until the Lava Hound was a little bit further dead, and then drop the poison, because, like, say in this situation, if he didn't spread his archers out, if he kept them all by the queen, when the Lava Hound popped, all the Lava Hounds would collect towards the queen. Then you poison that, you're getting all the pups. They're all dying really quickly. You know what I'm saying. I hope you know what I'm saying. If you don't know what I'm saying, leave a comment for me to explain further. Because see, now the way he did it, the poison's completely gone. Now he has to really deal with the pups going everywhere. Like I said, they're not really deadly for damage, and they don't have a lot of health, but it's a real nuisance. Now, obviously, this hurt his funnel a lot, because now he still has all these buildings over here. He does eventually drop his Valks, and I think he does make the same mistake that Tracer did and spams in all of his Valks. Let's see, when does he start deploying his Valks? Oh, no, he did not. Okay, see, that's exactly what I mean. He dropped the Valk, he saw it targeted over here, dropped 2 more. Oh, targeted that. They targeted the wall. The king's gonna destroy this. I don't know if Gucci Boy saw this when he did it, but when the Valks go there, you're gonna see he deploys the rest of his Valks. See how they're targeting that wall? That's what you want. I don't know whether he saw it or not. You guys can see that his king is going to come this way, destroying those distracting buildings, meaning when the Valks go here and then here, the next closest thing will be either of these two. I'm not sure where they go. Let's see where they go. So they head for the storage, and then they head for the drill. And are they going to head for the archer tower? And he did good with the spell placement. And the reason I wanted to show this replay was, one, to talk about that Lava Hound situation. But Gucci Boy here does a really good job with the spell placement. Here, he didn't really do too well. He probably should have dropped his poison more on this bomb tower, because then it would have covered this entire little circle. I think I might have mentioned in an earlier video that with Valks, they move so fast, you need to lead them really far ahead because of how fast they go. So once they break through that wall, I'm guessing they're going to stand between these 3 buildings just because of the nature of Valks. Yeah, close enough. And see, the reason why I would have put my, like see where the Valks are now. They're already out of the heal spell, and they took that bomb tower blast. He should have put his heal spell right in the middle there. Then they would have felt the effect of the heal, getting as much benefits out of it for as long as you can. And wow, those expo shots look awesome. So I believe they head for the Clan Castle because that's an explosive thing. This heal spell wasn't that good. He's doing okay. His spell placement is not horrible. I think he maybe predicted that the Valks would head towards the expo. I'm not really sure if they do yet, but I do know he does have one spell in this attack that has really good placement. Okay, so the fact that he has Teslas there is an actual problem for Mr. OO of Velocity, because now his Valks are going to head in this way. If he didn't have the Teslas there, they may have headed for the expos. I don't know, which you might think that's a good thing. You don't want them to go for the expos, but going for the expos, then they might have gone this way. You know, you never know. See, okay, that was what I was talking about. He put it a little bit too far ahead. He should have put it far back enough just so that when the Valks attack the wall, they're under the rage. But see how far ahead he put that? Those Valks are going to be in that rage until they're all the way over there, which is really good. See how they're not in the rage there? But watch how effective this rage is here. And that freeze was not the best thing. That heal spell was pretty good. You probably should have... Honestly, it really didn't matter. The thing is, Valks move so fast and do so much damage, it doesn't matter. See how long those Valks are in that heal, and now they're back in the rage? That was a phenomenal rage. Like I said, he could have set it back a few tiles down here. But other than... Like, I give that a 9.5 out of 10 on that rage. He drops in his 2 balloons there. This Archer Tower is distracted on the Valk, which is good because that balloon will clean up. And I'm guessing the rest of this is cleanup. I don't know if he 3 stars. I know he does not. At least I'd be... Yeah, there's no way he does. But it was still a pretty good attack. Some minor fixes would have made this a 3-star. But overall, that was a pretty good attack. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I got. All I have in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you like the video, you know what to do. If you have any recommendations, also, you know, leave them in the comments. If you have any further questions, leave them in the comments, all that good stuff. I hope to see you guys in the next video. I'll see you then.